All right. Hey, Breon, welcome to Boss Talks.
Hi.
All right, everyone, we are here with the amazing Breon Robinson. So, Breon, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, my name is Breon Robinson. I am the CEO of Blueprint Inc., which is a non-traditional PR and branding company. We specialize in working with music execs, artists, and up-and-coming brands.
Amazing, Breon. And tell us a little bit, you've had a lot of career wins lately, but if you could give us a little wrap up, what have been some of your favorite career wins so far?
I think my top two would be Dior deposits with Guap 4000, and also being a part of the executive team that was a part of the 2-time platinum selling record Lemonade.
Wow, amazing. And that was really recent, Breon. So you guys just, you've been pushing that now, huh?
Yeah. So I work with Birdman Zoe, who is Taz Taylor and the Internet Money Collective manager. He's been a part of the process since the beginning, and it was very cool being a part of him receiving his flowers for all the hard work that he's put into Internet Money and Taz Taylor and his success.
That's amazing, Breon. And you've seen a lot of success. You've seen a lot of career wins. What are some of the challenges that led you here? And how did you overcome them?
One, just being a girl in a male-dominant field is pretty hard for the most part. Yeah. Some of the challenges I have faced is putting creative direction out there, putting ideas out there, and not, necessarily getting the credit that is deserved. But I never allowed that to deter me or to, discourage me. I always pushed forward, and eventually all the hard work that I put in paid off, and I started to get the recognition and the jobs that I feel like I deserve.
Exactly. That's amazing, Breon. It's good to see all your hard work come to fruition.
Yes, indeed.
So, what have been some of either the challenges or the greatness in being, you're both a mother and an entrepreneur? So how do you balance that? How do you balance everything that you do with Blueprint and being a new mom?
Zion is a handful, but in the best way possible. I feel like every day is a learning experience as a mom. I really haven't mastered balance in anything. I just kind of take it day by day. And just allow my son to motivate me to be the best entrepreneur, the best brand strategist, the best publicist that I could possibly be. Because at the end of the day, it's all about legacy. And I want people to be able to be like, yo, your mom was dope. Like, your mom did all these great things for me, so I'm going to extend my hand and do great things for you too. That's my ultimate goal.
It's amazing. Passing it down to your son.
Yeah.
And what do you want your legacy to be, Breon? You've done so many things so far, but what's next for you?
Excuse my French. I just want to be known for dope shit. Like, I just want things I want people to remember me and be like, yo, the things that she worked on or the people that she worked with, they were legendary. They were timeless. And those are things that are going to be worth mentioning 10 years from now. That's what the biggest part, that's what I want my legacy to be. I want someone to be able like, yo, what she touched, no one could have done it like that.
Yeah. And so when you do look for these artists or executives that you work with that are going to be timeless, what do you look for in somebody that lets you know they're going to be one of those legendary acts?
Integrity. And just the ability to just be honest about where they are in their career. I feel like a lot of times when people are hiring publicists or hiring brand strategists, they expect overnight miracles and think that the things that they have done is enough. I like I said, integrity, someone that understands longevity, someone that understands that they're going to have to meet me halfway. They were putting in the work together. And that when we ever work together, we're a representation of each other. So I look for those things for the most part in clients.
Yeah. And what have been some of the ways that you've had to navigate like your relationship with your clients? And what are some things that you look for in a relationship with a client?
I kind of like being friends with my clients, they become like your family. Y'all talk all the time. You're in each other's lives for maybe 16 to 17 hours out of the day. And sometimes beyond that, we might have to call each other at 3 a.m. in the morning, or, so I look for being able to have that friendship outside of business. And, I think it's cool to be excited and it's cool to hang around the person that you're working with.
Yeah. I like that too. Do you ever have to kind of, especially as like a mom now too, do you ever have to like draw boundaries with your work? Like, do you put your work down at a certain point?
Absolutely. So I've been practicing that as of lately. Last year, during my pregnancy, I worked the whole entire time. Matter of fact, we met in the middle of me working.
Yeah.
But I worked the whole entire pregnancy. I didn't sit down. I flew everywhere, whether it was in Europe, whether it was in New York. I was always on the ground. And I thought like, okay, I can do everything at one time. And then after I had Zion, I realized like, no, I can't do everything at one time. So I had to create certain boundaries for myself and for others around me. Like, what I would tolerate, what I wouldn't tolerate, what time to call me. So yeah, it's been hard, but it's something that I'm definitely in the process of learning and doing.
And as a brand strategist and a publicist, you're always on the move. You're always on the ground. You're on the move right now. Why is that important? Why can't everything be over email or over the phone?
A part of being a great publicist is all about relationships and showing face. And I think that it's very important to build genuine bonds and relationships with the publications and brands that you work with. Because like, again, these are people that you spend a lot of your time with, you're constantly speaking to. And there's nothing wrong with having a real organic relationship, because it makes it a lot easier to not seem like you're force feeding something to someone. That's very important to me. So, that's really my take on it for the most part.
And what are some things that you've done to build such strong organic relationships with the brands that you work with?
Take them out for drinks.
That's a classic.
I like ice breaking situations. So like, I'm like, hey, let's go do this. Like me and you may actually, have something in common. Like, one person in particular, Carl Lemire from Billboard, is a great friend of mine. That is like my brother. And I found a way to connect with him in a way where, okay, yeah, we're doing great business with each other, but we are also building a safe place for the both of us to be able to communicate beyond just pitching, and I think that makes it easier. That makes a person want to pick up the phone more before, being like, oh, she just called me to pitch something. She's not calling to check on me and make sure I'm okay, or if my mom's good, or, like just building those genuine friendships helps me to navigate and be able to put my clients in great positions.
Right. That's really important, Breon. And our last question, what is some advice you have for young women who want to get into being a brand strategist or a publicist?
Don't ask permission. Just get out there and do it. In the beginning stages of my career, I asked for permission from a lot of people that I didn't necessarily need to ask permission from. Like I didn't need the permission to be great. I didn't need the permission to start my company. Just don't look for validation in anyone. Validate yourself and just get out there and do whatever it is that you want to do and do it to the best of your ability.
Mm-hmm. And how did you find that validation within yourself? How did you work that?
A lot of soul searching, a lot of no's, a lot of closed doors. When I decided not to take no from people that didn't have the final say so of what I was going to be, that's when I started to thrive.
That's beautiful, Breon. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Breon.
Thank you for having me.